Hello, everybody. Welcome to Jokes Explained Live. Uh, Rumble Explained, I guess, is the technical.
Rumble
Rumble
Explained
Explained
Live
Live
is
is
the
the
technical
technical
title
title
of
of
the
the
stream.
stream.
Um, oh, thank you, Brian, with the tech tip there. We always like to start strong here at the Bachelors of Music. I've been overwhelmed by technical complications because we have a very special edition of Rumble Explained today. We have a let me just switch the other thing here. We've got a little game called Gutfeld Bingo. I don't know if you can see this. So if you're on Twitch with us, um, let us know if you should be able to get a bingo card, and we're gonna watch some Gutfeld monologues, and we're gonna guess what kind of joke, uh, what kind of jokes are going to be covered in the Gutfeld monologue. It's a good way to flex the your knowledge of how jokes are constructed. As you know, a lot of jokes are constructed with you start with Hunter Biden and you sort of build from there. Looks like the social stream ninja. Maybe is it working? I don't know. Maybe we don't have enough. Oh, that's working. Yeah, there we go. We just don't have enough chat to fill into the bottom here. But yes, Gutfeld Bingo is imminent. So get your bingo cards. I'm gonna see if I can monitor it here. This might be. I thought it might be a fun game. Um, so far we're at 0 current players on Gutfeld Bingo. So I'll let it go for a couple minutes. Yeah, to download Twitch, you're gonna want to. Uh, I think you have to enter in all your personal information to Amazon. You just have to give them your date of birth, social security number, what you like to buy, just a general product, sort of um, group that you like to enjoy, and then you can get right in there, and then you have to say something nice about Jeff Bezos if you want extra loot crates. So I get again. This is a kind of just a. We'll say if we get more than 2 players. If we don't have any players, you guys can still play Gutfeld Bingo at home. Just quickly draw a bingo card with 75 slots, and we'll get started. On mobile right now, right hand corner, chat and stream. Oh, okay. So it seems to be working for Lamp. Lamp, we have got one current player of Gutfeld Bingo. Very exciting. Already, this is a roaring success. Uh, Lamp is the tech wizard. Yeah, this is so cool. Like I didn't even know this. I've got 2 video capture devices that I can see in my OBS now. Where the new one came from, I don't know. Maybe there's a security camera in my house that I don't know about, that's watching me at all times. But B is ready to laugh. Face Flatfeld is the greatest living comedian working today. The fact that he flattened his face doing an impression of Wile E. Coyote running into a wall. Yeah, Gutfeld does have kind of a flat face. I think that might just be the TV, though. I think the TV can have that effect on people. It kind of removes the 3D effect. We got 2 current players of Gutfeld Bingo now. This is so exciting to be playing a game like this. 9 viewers on Twitch. We're blowing up on the Twitch now. Just I feel so good to be bringing so much business. Obviously we love Alphabet and the Google family here at the Bachelors Music, but I feel like Amazon Prime could catch a lucky break. Ann Polar, welcome to Twitch. Welcome to the purple land of Willy Wonka. I hope that you could figure out Gutfeld Bingo. I hope this works. I hope that this isn't just a pure ransomware that I've made you all install, but I've got it on my computer, so we're in this together. Kyle, man, welcome to Twitch. I downloaded and signed up for Twitch. How do I find your stream on there? We should be at the Bachelors of Music. It should be the same name. Either type it into your search bar or yell it into your keyboard. You should be able to find it. Should be under the Bachelors music. I think we have a link actually on YouTube under the Bitly. If you click in the description, I think it has a link to our Twitch. If it doesn't, that is completely Brian's fault, and just let him have it. He will like that. It doesn't. Okay, well, Brian, he's gonna get. I don't know how to pay him less than nothing, but I'll find a way. We got 3 players on Gutfeld bingo. Should I add more time, or some of you guys figuring it out? I can add more time. I don't want you guys to spill Dr. Pepper everywhere as you're scrambling to get this going. I'll add a bit more time if you like, because this is a good educational experience here. Here, I'll add a couple more minutes. Yeah. We can just hang out for a second while we figure this out. There, you guys got 6 minutes now. That's like 10 billion TikTok years. 6 minutes. Wingus McDingus super chatted. Thank you so much, Wingus McDingus. Beans and cheese, beans and cheese, beans and cheese. That's a great callback joke to the Gringo Poppy, the video that made this channel possible, and the comedy special that may have on its own legalized comedy before it was even legal. Thank you so much for your donation of £1.99, which is, I believe, British American currency, which is very valuable. So thank you so much for your generosity. Okay, we got 3 players. Is anybody else trying to get on the? Okay, we got some more people. Shameless Replay wants to get in on the bingo. I believe what Lamp said is it's near the chat box. I believe it's just under the chat box. And you should be issued a bingo card. And as we go through, Gutfeld, again, I probably think he's going to be doing, I assume, Nancy Pelosi at least, Hunter Biden, Kamala Harris. I think there's for sure a Joy Behar joke going to happen in there. We got 4 people now. 4 people on Gutfeld bingo. I'm excellent. This is the final 5 minutes, and then we're going right to Gutfeld. I don't want to have our YouTube viewers look away at any time, so I got to keep this entertaining. It's been a lovely. Do you guys hear about that crazy? There's a crazy bit that the U.S. government, I guess, sent a war plan to a journalist, which is a crazy phone prank to do. Do you guys remember prank calls and phone pranks? Those were like really popular, especially on reality shows, when you'd like phone a pizza place and say, is your refrigerator running? And then, you got to go catch it. Well, the Trump administration sent war plans to a journalist, which is like such a crazy prank, because it's very high stakes, and kind of higher stakes the prank is, the funnier it is. So great joke over the weekend. Very funny stuff. Always getting funnier with Trump. He's always thinking of something. Sometimes I don't know if he actually writes any of this stuff, or if he's just like a riff-based comedian. But this is exciting. This is good. Is everybody on bingo? We got 5 people on bingo now. 3 minutes left. I also, for bingo, I don't know if you guys have seen bingo halls in real life. They're still out there. Hey Gordo, yes, the map behind me is the coast of Austin, Texas. You guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but Austin is on the Pacific Ocean, sort of Pacific Northwest area. It's the new hub of comedy. The Comedy Store is right on that peninsula there. Often you can see orcas and humpback whales off the coast of Austin. It's a beautiful place. 6 people on the bingo, but yeah, bingo halls in real life, they're often people are you have to chain smoke. I hope you guys have a couple packs of cigarettes ready. You got to be smoking smoking darts this whole time. I don't know what it is about smoking and bingo that go hand in hand, but you got to do it. I guess it helps you. Maybe it helps with luck. But I think we're going to have a lot of luck today. I think we're going to go through a lot of Gutfeld. We've got a lot on the docket today. We've also got a little bit more. We got some Bill Maher on Rumble. He's got some great comments where he sort of skims over the news and talks about how other people are dumb and he's not. I, for one, am tingling with excitement at the mere thought of Gutfeld bingo. I'll have to hold on to my hat when it really begins. Yes, oh, boy, 69, you got a hat on. What an old-timey gentleman you are. Is it a baseball cap or one of those old-timey fedoras? Tim Tebow loves Casey Anthony. Wow, look at that. Look at that. I love everybody discovering their Twitch usernames that they created so many years ago, coming to the forefront again. Gentlemanly Beret, very good. Very, very, very dapper of you, DuBois69. 1 minute. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see if the bingo starts or if my computer screen's going to go blue. Oh, Brian. Is bingo not a desktop thing? Is it just a mobile game? That's too bad. I guess you could have it on your phone. That's true. That's kind of interesting. I mean, you guess you could have it on the Twitch app, play bingo, and you could watch on Twitch or YouTube. Baba Duke, welcome. Welcome to Gutfeld Bingo. I wish you all luck. I hope you guys have a lot of Hunter Biden on here. Shameless replay, scrambling to log in on the tablet. We'll try one round. If more people want to join, I can restart another game of bingo just in case. The most important thing is that we're going to be learning a lot about jokes. And we're going to learn a lot about Twitch extensions and see if this is something viable or if I'm way out of my depth here. Do I ever consider getting my master's in music to really advance your joke explaining? All the best entrepreneurs actually drop out of... there we go. I can start. Oh, that timer? What? That timer was just to scare you. I actually have a big button here that starts the bingo. So I'm going to start the bingo. Let's see how it goes. Are you sure you want to start bingo with 9 players? Oh, yeah. All right. So, as you can see here, it's too bad they're all grayed out. But I'm going to I'm gonna start the Gutfeld. So let's start the Gutfeld monologue here. And we'll see how this goes. So I believe this is from Tuesday. We're going to go through Gutfeld through the week here and see what he mentions.
That'll do. For now. It's Friday, so you know what that means. Let's welcome tonight's guest. He never has writer's block or apparently any sunblock. Novelist and literary critic Walter Kerr.
This guy's not on the bingo list, I don't think.
She's a smart Southern belle who gives liberals hell. Fox Business anchor David McDowell. This former cheerleader gives us an H for headaches. Co-host of Outnumbered Emily Campagno.
Nice teeth, very good teeth.
And old ladies fall hard for this former bodyguard. New York Times bestselling author, comedian, and former NWA world champion, Taurus. Okay, before we get to some news stories, let's do this.
Greg's Leftovers.
Oh, here we go.
It's Leftovers, where I read the jokes we didn't use this week.
Tires moving the first tile. How does this work? LOL. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Has he made a joke about it? Is he in there? Let's go see. Let's go back to bingo. We got Tyrus. Let's look at the bingo card here. He's got to be on here somewhere, apparently. I think I'm just going to click on him, and I think that's him. Tyrus is a guest. Do you want to mark him? Yes. Done. That's the first Gutfeld bingo called. Tyrus is a guest on there. All right. That worked? Perfect. We're already off to the races here.
Week, and as always, it's my first time reading them. So if they suck, we'll make Joe Mackey run a 10K without his sports bra.
Joe Mackey.
When asked
Joe Mackey. Joe Mackey. I think that's on there. Here, I'm just gonna move this. Is Joe Mackey on there? It's funny because I don't have enough he is. There it is. That's Joe Mackey. I have to I don't have enough monitors to play this game. Let me just try and move it over here. Oh, that would really be bad. Okay. I'll just put it over my own face. There we go. Okay, we got Joe Mackey.
how he's doing the job differently than Kamala Harris, J.D. Vance joked that he doesn't have 4 shots of vodka before every meeting. An outraged Harris replied, "That's a lie. It's gin." A Florida man's been arrested.
Okay, let me just explain that joke here. Obviously, Kamala Harris, we're going to knock that off on the bingo card. Let's just hear that joke again.
When asked how he's doing the job differently than Kamala Harris, J.D. Vance joked that he doesn't have 4 shots of vodka before every meeting. An outraged Harris replied, "That's a lie. It's gin."
Okay, so that's like a little reverser joke there. So it's a joke about Kamala Harris being an alcoholic, which I believe is, again, it's a joke about her losing the election, I think, which is a callback to every episode of Gutfeld leading up to this one. So very funny stuff. Kamala Harris, that's got to be on the bingo card. Let me check. We got to have Kamala on there. Laughing Kamala, as Trump used to call her. I think he still does talk about her quite a bit. Let's see. Kamala Harris, where is she? There she is. Oh man, we're getting through this fast.
A Florida man's been arrested after sending Trump disturbing messages, calling him the Antichrist, with one saying, "Fight me naked until the death." Well, sounds like somebody's taking Trump's presidency really hard.
All right.
Rosie O'Donnell's officially confirmed her.
So that's just a joke about Don Lemon being a crazy person. So we got Rosie O'Donnell coming up too. Rosie O'Donnell's gotta be, she's gotta be on the bingo card. But that was a great joke about Don Lemon going crazy and being fully naked and wanting to attack Donald Trump, portraying him as unhinged, portraying Democrats and liberals as unhinged is a very funny joke, because it's just common sense that we know that all Democrats are crazy people. So when you imply that, it is very, very funny. Let's check out if there's Rosie O'Donnell on the bingo card. Let's see. I see her. There she is. Boom. Very good. Brian explaining it. Yes, I believe there's duplicates on the bingo cards, but that just means I guess you can win even faster.
Moved to Ireland. She
Now the crowd cheers. They're glad Rosie O'Donnell's gone. So already a great start here.
She had considered moving to Scotland, but was told they already had the Loch Ness Monster.
I need to check both Rosies. There's two Rosies on the card? Oh, okay.
By the way, Rosie turned 63 today. Yeah, to celebrate, her friends wanted a woman to jump out of a cake, but Rosie already ate the cake.
Oh.
According to a new study, 2/3 of Americans...
So that's the joke there. So the joke there is that Rosie O'Donnell is fat. That's a common joke, especially for women. It's funnier that way. I mean, fat guys are funny too, but making fun of a woman for being fat is double funny because it's always funnier to mention a woman because it's funnier that way because women are annoying and people think about their wives and how annoying women are and they laugh. Great stuff, Gutfeld. Let's see. I got a double Rosie check. Is there two Rosie pictures? Or is there just two? Oh, there is another Rosie. Look at that. Boom. Rosie O'Donnell. Get him out of here. Excellent stuff. Okay. Back to Gutfeld. Math anxiety. Oh, this is going to be a good one.
Experience math anxiety. The other third are Asian.
Oh, racist one. Say.
I knew it. You know what? I was going to say it. I was going to predict that joke. Whenever there's a reference to math, I'm like, I have a list of the stereotypes in my head, and I'm like, I bet he's going to say something about Asians or Chinese people, which are interchangeable on the Gutfeld show. Asians and Chinese people are the same. They represent the same group.
That's for NPR. Joe Scarborough slammed his fist on a table to demonstrate his frustration with Elon Musk. Mika seems shocked since she hasn't seen Joe pound anything in years.
Oh, damn.
Proud of that one. Proud of that one.
Touche.
Yes, that was vicious.
Yes.
Takes a little sippy of water. Yeah, so that joke in among Republicans, there's a strong applause break bingo card. That was pretty good. Among Republicans, though, sex is referred to as pounding. So if you're in a Republican house, if you have a lovely date night, you pound your wife. And so when he says that Joe Scarborough his wife hasn't seen a pounding in years, he's making fun of the fact that Joe hasn't pounded her. Very funny stuff. Myles, is it a good practice to note your pride in a pretty basic sex joke? It is. It's good to just have a good time. It's important when you're performing to let people know and show that you are really enjoying yourself. People will then enjoy themselves sympathetically to you. It's one of the oldest tricks in the book, laughing at your own jokes and congratulating yourself. Strong applause break bingo card. That was a weak applause break. Let's give it what do you guys think? Was that strong or weak? It's hard to say. I think that was pretty strong applause break. Very good stuff. Weak, kind of mid. What? That was huge. Are you serious? Maybe it's just me. I mean, I haven't heard an audience pounding like that in years.
An Arizona man was executed, but not before eating a last meal of onion rings, French fries, 2 sandwiches, baklava, and a double Western cheeseburger. After hearing the news, Jay Pritzker said, "I should murder someone."
Okay, so some good equality here. We got a fat joke about this gentleman here as well. So, again, not as big of a response as when Rosie was made fun of for being fat. So you can see it is funnier to make fun of women there.
Donald Trump revoked Secret Service protection for Joe Biden's adult children, Hunter and Ashley. Ashley is quite terrified as she used the protection from her father.
Hunter Biden. That's a bingo right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's a bingo. So many. And we didn't watch these beforehand. It's just based on my gut felt experience. Brian and I came up with these. Brian came up with the bingo card. He filled it all out. He did everything. Where is Hunter Biden's got to be on here? I mean, he built this show. Where's this guy? Oh, there. Hunter Biden laptop. There he is. There's Hunter right there. What a fun guy. Perfect. And I mean, I guess Joe Biden as well. That's 2 in 1, actually. You guys, we're gonna have some winners soon. Perfection.
Dwarf actors plan to protest Snow White for not hiring dwarfs to play dwarfs. Many fans agree, wishing they'd cast Peter Dinklage as Doc or Warwick Davis as Sleepy, and this lady as Tipsy.
That's a callback to Kamala Harris being an alcoholic. So that's from earlier in the program, if you guys remember. So that's another Kamala right there. Perfect. What are we looking at now? We got quite a few coming in.
It's true. The WNBA is getting its own comedy show. It's called the WNBA. A Kennedy Center.
Okay, women's sports sucks, guys. That's a common sense observation there. That's just what they say. That's just it's like a greeting in certain communities, especially in the right wing community. That's how people there. It started kind of as a joke, but it's been said so many times that you usually just say, like, you meet your Republican colleague, you say women's sports sucks. How are you doing? How's your wife? Is she still annoying? These are just sort of like common sort of phrases and greetings. It's how you are polite to each other there. So they are funny. But they are definitely just sort of part of everyday jokes that they do.
Center employee was fired after he delivered a naked monologue bashing Donald Trump. Here he is. Now everyone knows he's unemployed and has a small
Hunter
penis.
Biden?
Caitlyn Jenner wrote on X that she's more masculine than Tim Waltz.
Tim Waltz. Okay, I'll be ready to cut that one off there.
True, Caitlyn definitely has no need for tampons.
That was a weak applause break.
Hi, Caitlin. Thanks for watching tonight.
Yes, Caitlyn loves us.
Yes, used to.
Because of
Okay, so that was we got weak applause and Caitlyn Jenner. I don't think she's on there. Did you get an eggplant emoji? Penis balls. That's pretty close. I mean, that was a trans joke. I don't know if that's on there. But we definitely got Tim Waltz, yes. Check off all the Tim Waltzes that we have on here. Yep. And we've got, it was trans joke. No. I don't think there's a specific Caitlyn Jenner one on here. That was a lot, though. That was a lot in there. I'll give it a weak applause. And Tim Waltz. Brock Lichty, thank you for your $1 donation. As always, as steady as the sun rises and the sun sets. Brock Lichty coming in with his $1. Thank you so much, sir, for your support.
of Trump's return to office, singer Courtney Love is applying for British citizenship.
Ooh.
The upside, thanks to the country's strict gun laws, she's less likely to drive a husband to blow his brains out.
Yes.
Thank you.
Do we have women are annoying on there, Brian? I mean, I guess that's not really fair because that's at least half of Gutfeld jokes. So I don't think it would really be fair. That might be kind of boring. But this joke definitely is the joke here is that I forget what this woman's name is here again. What was
citizenship. The upside, thanks to the country's strict gun laws, she's
what's her name?
less likely.
Hi, Caitlin. Thanks for watching tonight.
Yes, Caitlin loves us.
Yes, used to.
Because of Trump's return to office, singer Courtney Love is
Courtney
applying
Love.
for British citizenship.
So Courtney
The upside,
Courtney
thanks to the
Love
country's
is
strict
annoying.
gun laws, she's less likely to drive a husband to blow his brains out.
Nice.
Thank you. A transgender runner destroyed the competition at the Oregon High School girls track meet. He might have had an advantage, though, given he brought his own track meet.
That's a penis joke right there, folks. That's a penis joke. So meat is another word for penis, which is very funny. And this is and it encompasses a trans joke as well, which is always funny. Great stuff. So let's check that off the list. Congratulations to all of you who have the eggplant bingo. Great stuff. Really getting through it.
Track meet. Yesterday was free ice cream cone day at Dairy Queen. In related news, one man broke the record for visiting the most Dairy Queens in a day.
Hey, another fat guy joke.
A Florida man reportedly received $160 worth of lap dances and didn't have the money to pay for them. Just put it on my tab, said one man.
Boom. Billy Clinton. There we are. He's got to be on there. We got to have some Billy, right? So that joke there. Oh, there he is. Top of the list. So funny. And like we said before, it's funny to make fun of Bill Clinton because he's such a wacky character. But also, it's just it's not only is it funny, but it's a callback to late night shows in the 1990s, which were between 70 and 90% Bill Clinton jokes. So a Bill Clinton joke not only evokes laughter, it also evokes remembrance of comedy from 42 years ago. Great stuff.
And finally, a doctor revealed silicone injections a man got in Mexico to make his penis larger turned it into an unusable blob. The man's identity was not revealed, but we have a picture.
Boom. This guy, Wally's World guy. I always forget his name, unfortunately, but he's got to be on the list. He's in all. Yeah, there he is. Jesse Waters. Check him off your bingo cards, everybody. So good. Great stuff. So that joke about Jesse Waters is just it's about it makes you think of how fun it is for these guys to hang out. They're just like doing a little back and forth little roast because they're such good friends. They respect each other. They get along. They have a lot of good laughs backstage. So a lot of the joke there is about what good friends these guys are, which it just warms the heart.
Thank God we blocked out those eyes, huh? You'll never know who that is.
I need one of those mugs.
As Elon Musk's SpaceX rescued 2 stranded astronauts, what were the Dems up to? Trying to destroy his company. Remember Build Back Better? Now it's firebomb a Tesla dealership. Tesla cars are being vandalized all over, including what appear to be a coordinated attack on showrooms and charging stations. I mean, that's an organized event, right?
That's an organized event. Take a look at their signs. Take a look. They're all made by the same sign company. A nice, expensive job.
And now some Dems openly back a day of action against Tesla scheduled for March 29th.
Terrorists.
Damn, I'm old enough to remember when Democrats' idea of action was nailing a big-boned intern.
Oh, baby. We got Billy Clinton. We already checked him off the list, unfortunately, guys. So I wish I could. I should make half the bingo card. I guess should have been different kinds of Bill Clinton. Lewinsky Clinton, 90s Clinton, Epstein Clinton. He's a lot of Gutfeld is based on Bill Clinton here.
Of course, the Democrat Party's new face is in the thick of it. I bet she's truly there for selfish reasons.
I am truly here for very selfish reasons. Starting with on March 29th, it's my birthday. And all I want to see happen on my birthday is for Elon to be taken down. Yes.
She says her birthday is March 29th. I guess now I know her email password. So instead of candles on a cake, they're going to...
All right, great little joke there. A lot of Gutfeld's audience use their birthday, address, phone numbers as their email passwords. Pretty weak response there, because everyone in the audience is like, oh no, does Gutfeld actually know? Very funny, though. I think this is more of a bigger point that he's going to make here about how Teslas deserve human rights.
light up some electric cars. But at least Crockett knows nice cars. According to House records reviewed by the Washington Free Beacon, since taking office 2 years ago, she's billed taxpayers nearly $1,000 a month for her car lease. What kind of car can you lease for that kind of cash? Cadillacs, Range Rovers, Jaguars, Lexus, BMWs. Those are luxury rides on your dime, when she really should be rolling in this.
Okay, so that's a joke about government waste expenses. I think that's like an opposite joke. I don't know if he's being sarcastic here, if he's making fun of the fact that this representative is spending only $1,000. Like $1,000 a month is not that much in the context of the U.S. government. I think Donald Trump just sent like 6 Tomahawk cruise missiles into Yemen, and I think those are like $4 million each. But so I think maybe it's a joke about that it's not that much money. I'm not sure. But he did say a lot of car brands, which makes you remember those brands, which can make you laugh. So the audience did laugh, so it is funny here. And that's a pretty wacky car. That's a real wacky car. It evokes sort of the image of a lot of Gutfeld's audience would have remembered the show The Munsters from 1911. And they see this car, it reminds them of the Munsters, and makes them laugh a lot there. So very funny.
Well, whatever she's driving, I hope she opted for tinted windows so we don't have to see her. But these are the people who want to take down Musk. It's people who don't get their hands dirty. Hosts of talk shows, Democrat leaders, keyboard warriors,
elites,
all who can play it safe from home, like this douchebag.
Elon Musk is incompetent in his position. And how do we know? Because they fired tens of thousands of people, was challenged in court. The court said the people have to go back, and now the people are coming back. He's incompetent. He's a thief. He's a Nazi, and people don't trust him.
He's a Nazi.
So that was smart of Gutfeld there. I don't know if we saw what he did there, but he prefaced the clip by saying this guy here is a douchebag. Now, if I had just seen this guy out of context, I would have just been like, oh, there's a man in a suit about to say something. But because Gutfeld introduced him as a real douchebag, I'm hostile to him, and I have a positive view of Gutfeld. So it's really masterful joke setup here. So I'm going to be annoyed by this guy, and I'm going to love how Gutfeld's going to take him down here. So great stuff.
Great job, CNN. You let that go through without any pushback. No wonder everyone watched the space rescue on Fox and only go to you for train wrecks. So these ghouls recklessly egg it on, but they're not throwing the homemade bombs themselves. Sound familiar? Yeah, that last big Democrat protest, the Summer of Love. This week's burning cars bring you right back to that visually.
Okay, so this is a joke, I think, about how Democrat politicians are asking, trying to foment violence against vehicles, but they won't actually participate in throwing Molotov cocktails themselves. Whereas when the brave heroes of January 6th were having a peaceful party at the Capitol, J.D. Vance was right in the front row, scrambling up the steps, along with Giuliani and Stephen Miller and all those guys. They were all there. Even if there's no footage or record of it, they were there for sure. If you sort of say it a bunch in your head, you can sort of create whatever kind of stories you want, and then that makes it funny. So again, I think this is a larger point he's making. I think he's getting a big punchline here, the big story joke.
Let's compare
it's like
and
a Bill Maher
contrast.
thing.
Why is it whenever Dems get excited, they egg on destruction?
Yes.
And what burns is the very thing they claim to champion. Post George Floyd, it was minority businesses, $1 billion worth. And here it's electric cars, the holy grail in their divine crusade to save the planet.
Dems is a tile. Yeah, it's been a while since we checked out the bingo card here. I was all wrapped up in Gutfeld. He really seduces me with his rhetoric and makes me hate Democrats. Let me see the Dems. Is fat. We've got is fat. Oh, we checking that one off. Is a man. Oh my God. And Dems. They're all there. Wow. I missed a lot of those. Thank you, Brian.
And by torching Teslas, they also torch.
Yeah, all cars do deserve equal rights. I don't know if you guys know this, but private property has feelings as well. You should respect private property. It's not like a Democrat, right? Private property is not like a Democrat. It's not going to have evil thoughts. It's only going to love you.
Torch the one remaining issue they had, climate change. For they revealed, no surprise, their concern was all an act, just a phony cause to bilk taxpayers out of billions.
Bilked.
And now they abandoned the cause because the guy who makes electric cars is helping Trump cut government waste. So how can the Dems talk about climate now? How can they talk about...
Yeah, how exactly? The hypocrisy, right? Because Tesla, as it's well known, is the only manufacturer of electric vehicles in the world. So by Democrats attacking Tesla, it's like, what? You don't want to save the planet? I mean, come on, classic. This is just a joke about how crazy Democrats are, which is very funny.
All they do is incite chaos and destruction, and they call us the monsters. Well, at least Trump, who unlike the previous guy, won't take the lying down literally.
Oh, he swore.
From what they tell me, they could get 20 years in jail, and they'll get it. I'll tell you, there's going to be no leniency, and there'll be no pardons.
I'm not watching the right screen. Ugh. Sorry. I have too much. I am too focused on one thing at a time. You guys got a little bit of the Gutfeld. If you can imagine what a Gutfeld podcast is like, what I need is I just need a psychiatrist here to tap on my shoulder every once in a while. Okay.
So, thank you. I appreciate it. So will all this mayhem hurt Musk? A little bit, maybe. But you know who it'll really hurt? The people who build and sell those cars.
Yes.
It also hurts anybody with a pension fund that includes Tesla stock. You know, voters. But it also hurts the Democratic Party. After fanning the flames of hate, how can they disown the fires that actually result?
This is how it starts, right? First they come for the Teslas, right? And it's a slippery slope. Then they're going to be coming for the Fords. Then they're going to be coming for the Chevys. They're going to be coming for all the Stellantis group vehicles. And before long, there's not going to be a car left in America. That's how the Holocaust started, was cars. I don't know if you guys know that, but it's true.
They can't. Turns out it's not Tesla that's being burned to the ground. It's their own stupid, up party.
Cursing user says, oh, wow, pensions exist. Oh, good catch. Yeah, so a pension, They don't exist anymore. They're gone. But that was some people in Gutfeld's audience might have pensions, so they'll get it. But people have not been getting pensions, I don't think, since the late 90s. So good catch there. It's just a little funny reference to something that's not around anymore. Period.
Walter!
Great
Walter
stuff.
Kern! Walter Kern! Walter Kern!
And he sings a little song. So how did it go there? How did the bingo go? We had Trump in there, I believe. I could check off Trump as well, for sure. No jokes about him, but jokes including him for sure. Check him off twice here. How are we doing? How are we doing for bingo? I don't see any winners yet. I don't see any winners of bingo yet, so we might have to watch another Gutfeld. I did get the 2 times Trump. Dems, 2 times Dems. What else do we have here? We had, we had Is a Pervert. Don Lemon should be checked. Yes, you're totally right. Where's Don Lemon? There he is. Definitely Don Lemon. We have 2 of those. Yes, there are 2 Don Lemons. What else we got here? Elon Musk. We'll put him in there. How's it looking, guys? We must be getting pretty close. This is very exciting. We can watch another Gutfeld. Let's see if we can get this through, or should I start a new game? I mean, I could start a new game if you guys want to draw some more bingo cards. If some of you've got your Twitch set up for Gutfeld bingo, I can issue some more. Brian says, do not start a new game. LOL. Then no, we are not starting a new game. We're going to continue on. Let's see if we can fill up this bingo card. I'm going to see if I can call all these cards here. We didn't have Obama. We didn't have Whoopi Goldberg. Didn't have any John Fetterman. That's too bad. But let's get some more Gutfeld going. That was so good. And that was his thrown away jokes. So those are the jokes he didn't do during the week, which is so surprising because those are such strong bits. Our bracket favors Gutsaga and Vander Greg. Our bracket. Is this like a March Madness thing? Perhaps it is. March Madness. If you guys don't know what March Madness is when springtime happens and all the flowers start to bloom and all the butterflies start to migrate. And it's crazy out there.
Thank you. Thanks, Doc.
Turn this up.
Thank you. I get the same reaction in the sauna. Good evening, everyone. So President Trump is reportedly doing major renovations in the White House. His first project, turning the Rose Garden into a patio. But first, they'll have to get rid of the souvenirs the previous tenant left on the grass.
Joe Biden. We already checked Joe Biden off. That joke is a joke about Joe Biden pooping on the audience, I believe there. Or maybe it's Hunter Biden, possibly. Most likely probably Hunter Biden because he's a known scoundrel who would often do drugs and poop and go crazy all over the White House when he was there. So, or maybe it's Commander, the crazed dog that Joe Biden had that would bite Republicans.
That's an actual real photo, guys.
Is poop on the card?
Excellent graphic. President Trump signed an order today to dismantle the Department of Education.
Hell yes. Round of applause for dismantling the Department of Education. But first of all, let's check off that poop. Oh, baby. Poo poo pee pee. Very funny stuff.
Yep.
Woohoo.
Soon.
Yeah, give it up in the chat. Death to education and books. The two Democratic. That's what makes it the spawning grounds of Democrats, libraries.
Employees will be reading their pink slips at a 3rd grade level. Meanwhile, one angry ex-employee claims it was the worst thing to happen since Nazis won the Civil War. Because, they're stupid.
Well, a little bit of explaining there. A little bit of explaining from Greg. Explaining that Nazis were not in the Civil War. Crowd kind of had to think about it a bit there. That was an advanced joke. Is lobotomized is one. Was that a lobotomy joke? Or are
The
they
Trump
dumb?
White House paused $175 million in funding to UPenn over their trans athlete policy. True, the trans athletes are now taking their balls and going home. And
I believe we've already covered trans jokes, so I don't know if I can check this off again. And that was a penis as well, penis reference as well. Quick explanation why that's funny. The penis is a funny appendage. Always funny to make fun of trans people. They've had it too good for too long, and it's always funny to make fun of them now.
soon the only wangs in the locker rooms will be transfer students from China.
Okay, that's a joke about the Chinese. I believe. Do we have race jokes? I guess we could have every stereotype should be in here. We could probably fill out the list with that next time. I don't have that in here, I don't believe. Yeah, we're just going to go. That one I don't think is in here. So close. The joke there, very funny. Wang being a last name of a Chinese person, a possible last name. Classic stereotype. Also is used as a term for a penis as well. So very, very funny stuff. Welcome, Gordo. Thank you for following us on Twitch here. Welcome to Gutfeld Bingo. Great stuff, too. A lot of jokes packed in there. Very funny. Penis joke, Chinese joke, racial stereotype, all in one. It just gets better.
Yeah, clever, huh? Well, you can definitely tell spring is here. In Central Park this afternoon, I saw a rat catching a Frisbee. On my way into work this morning, I saw my Uber driver applying sunblock to his middle finger. And earlier today in Times Square...
So those are a couple New York stereotype jokes. New York is mostly rats and rude people. It's a real shithole place.
Where I saw a Venezuelan gang member carrying a softball mitt. Yeah. Hey, we're playing MS-13 tonight.
Gangs, rats, and assholes is New York City. So a funny joke about that place, and also a warning to never go there.
Since being rescued on Tuesday, the previously stranded astronauts are having a tough time adjusting after 9 months in space. True, both were last seen orbiting J.B. Pritzker.
So that's a joke about J.B. Pritzker being fat. I should learn this guy's name because he showed up on almost every episode of Gutfeld here. Is he on the bingo list? I don't know. I never thought about this man a lot before Gutfeld, but he is a lot of this show. I'm learning. Which is great, very funny. It's always funny. Again, repetition's important in comedy, so you make the same joke about the same person every time. It gets funnier and funnier because you're thinking, surely he's not going to make a joke about this guy again. And then he does, and it's like, God, Gutfeld, you wacky guy.
Old habits. Hilaria Baldwin defended lashing out at her husband Alec during an awkward red carpet interview. She claimed he was man-terrupting which sure beats manslaughtering. I should end there.
So that's a joke about the famous Alec Baldwin shot, director of photography on the set of a movie about 11, 12 years ago, and Gutfeld and Republicans, or true Americans, as he calls them, hate Alec Baldwin because Alec Baldwin often monologued against Republicans between yelling. Very funny, yes. Skevin says it's always hilarious to make fun of accidental deaths. If enough time has passed, yes. And like I said, it's been possibly 20 years since that occurred. So it becomes funny, especially because Alec Baldwin is a prominent Democrat. It's funny. And I believe he shot another Democrat. So it's not like two people were involved, right? It was just two Democrats. So it's funnier that way because you don't really feel as bad for them, you know? So that's kind of the joke there. So people can laugh at that. It's great.
Well played, sir.
Yes.
Well played.
And finally, U.S. border officials in Indiana have confiscated nearly $10,000 worth of fake Botox products. Yeah, you'll never guess who's seeking the death penalty.
Oh, we were looking for it. Nancy Pelosi. There it is. Let's go to the bingo, baby. We knew she was going to come up. I can't believe that whole other monologue didn't have Nancy Pelosi. Congratulations to all of you waiting for the Nancy card. There she is. We got two. Beautiful. Looking great, Nancy. Such a crazy bitch. Am I right, everybody? And Greg knows this. Great joke about Nancy having Botox. Using the same photo they used last time. Again, it's a reference to the previous week's series of monologues. Great stuff.
So what's wrong with women?
Oh, you got an hour?
Oh, you got an hour. Did you hear that? Did you hear that from the panel? Who said that? That was right off the cuff. Oh, that was so fast. I wish I could be that fast. If someone ever mentions a woman and I just go, annoying, you guys got to practice that. You got to have like those jokes filed away just in case. Someone says, hey, how are things with you and your wife? You got to say, I don't think we have enough time in the day for me to talk about that, bitch. Yeah, that's funny stuff.
Well, according to a new poll, Ukrainian President Zelensky is adored among college-educated white women. They love him. And I get it. Who could deny his appeal, strutting around in clothes he swiped from a G.I. Joe? And when you're internationally famous, possessed of a smoldering sexuality, and slightly height-challenged, the women just throw themselves at your size 4 feet. I mean, you're talking to the original right here. But in Vladdy's case, not a bad guy, but isn't this love a little bit misplaced?
Okay, so this is a big, this is a Gutfeld. I think this is like one of his long points he's making here. This is like one of his story bits. I guess this is a reference to, did he say white women? I hope he said white women because they're the funniest women. But if he says, he's saying that women are, did he say attracted to or approve of? Because there's been a good point here, probably. White women. So that's funny. Is that on the list? We got to put that on the list. White educated women, the view. They have a positive view of Zelensky. Okay. And he is insinuating that that's because women want to have sex with him because they think he's attractive. Because Gutfeld knows that women are basically, they got two sides of their brain, right? They've got like the side that knows how to make pies and do laundry, and then they've got like the sexy side of their brain for like when they want to make a bunch of children. And so Zelensky is appealing to the sexy side. It has nothing to do with his politics or the fact that he is leading Ukraine through a war. It's because women are attracted to him because they think he's handsome. Women probably don't read the news. They don't really know what he does, but they just think he's a good-looking guy.
Adored among college-educated white women.
Very funny
they love
stuff.
him. And I get it. Who could deny his appeal, strutting around in clothes he swiped from a G.I. Joe? And when you're internationally famous, possessed of a smoldering sexuality and slightly height-challenged, the women just throw themselves at your size 4 feet. I mean, you're talking to the original right here. But in Vladdy's case, not a bad guy, but isn't this love a little bit misplaced? Especially when, let's face it, if any other guy who looked like him smiled at these women, they'd get him fired from Uber. Are they really so in love with him? I mean, the same poll shows that they hate this guy, and I mean really hate. They hate him more.
Again, to remind you guys, view of means in love with, right? That's the translation here. If women have a positive view of someone, that's because they wanna get pounded by them, which is, again, it's not clear here, but Gutfeld is making that clear with the monologue here.
Or when the Bachelor gets bumped for one of his speeches, but it puts them at odds with everyone else, mostly men. It reminds me how much they swoon over CEO shooter Luigi Mangione. Dozens of young women showed up in court to support a loner who killed a family man. His own family wasn't present. It's a reoccurring pattern, this misplaced empathy. So here we are, post-feminism.
A family man, yes. Don't forget, the CEO of United Health was a family man. Anyone with a family is incapable of evil. Right? I think history shows that.
And congrats, smart white girls, you've won. I hereby award you your prize, the raging dumpster fire identifying as your life, which is burning like a Las Vegas Tesla dealership. And it's hate that makes it burn. White women despise Trump, Vance, and of course the Republican Party. And what do they love? Well, you guessed it, DEI. And why not? Merit is a masculine evil, right up there with a Dutch oven.
What? Okay. This is a very complicated joke he's doing. Again, because he's saying white educated that women have a positive view of DEI, which means I guess they want to have sex with DEI as well. So women don't want to have sex with Trump, but they want to have sex with Zelensky and a concept, which is very funny because you can't have sex with a concept. So I guess the main joke here is that educated women are dum-dums, which is very funny because it's very true. Have I got fart joke on there? Dutch oven. Let me just take a look on the list here. We've definitely, Zelensky, is he on here as well? Let me just do a quick scroll. No Zelensky on here. We have ejaculate joke. We have someone is ugly, which might have, yeah, okay. No, we don't have that yet. We do, I'm going to have to, not today. It will be. We're going to keep working on this.
Now, it turns out white men without a college degree are the reverse. They love Trump, Vance, and Republicans, but they can't stand DEI and Zelensky, and they really hate the Democrat Party almost as much as they hate child support.
Hey, got him.
But these numbers matter because whites still make up 71% of the American electorate. So it appears white women have educated the Dems right out of winning elections. It's weird. They used to be the ones with the common sense, the practical ones who kept men out of the ER when they had bright ideas involving ladders, skateboards, and chainsaws. I mean, you were the ones who stepped in when we said, "Watch this, honey, hold my beer." Well, until you decided the man you wanted holding a beer was this fella.
Oh, is that Dylan Mulvaney? Is this Dylan Mulvaney? We're doing that? We got the Trump bingo? Yeah. Gutfeld bingo. Am I right? I think I remember Dylan Mulvaney had blonde hair last time But is this, I have to chat confirm? Yes? Okay, perfect. Excellent prediction. There's 2 Dylan Mulvaney's as well. Very good. We're getting to the card, ladies and gentlemen. Very funny stuff.
But that practicality and undeniable capacity for love is being hijacked. It's not just for Mangione. This misplaced compassion rewards men on death row with regular marriage proposals. Hell, the Manson family were mostly female, who loyally followed another short guy into the darkness. It's why I won't grow facial hair. I don't need more fans. Look at
Great Charles Manson reference joke there. Charles Manson was a famous murderer, cult leader guy from 135 years ago. Still very present in the minds of a lot of Gutfeld's audience here, so very funny reference. Gutfeld making fun of himself, is that on here? We have Gutfeld slip up, but we don't have Gutfeld makes fun of himself. Because and he does. He's a self-aware, kind of humble guy.
Good college campuses with protests of mostly women screaming in support of men who aren't worth a second of their time.
There is a Gutfeld makes fun of himself. Okay. Let me just, I'll do a more closer investigate bleep. Censored word. We have also censored word on there. We'll check that out here. Disney. The View. We haven't seen The View yet. Yeah, we still have Gutfeld slip up. I don't see Gutfeld makes fun of himself. That's also part of bingo, is if I can't find the bingo card, that's part of the variables. Okay, look at these fucking annoying Democrat women. This is gonna be great.
I mean, do you think Mahmoud Khalil is up on the best brunch spots for avocado toast?
Oh,
he probably doesn't even.
Brunch and avocado toast. Those are classic millennial liberal references from, again, 20 years ago or so. So good reference to that era. Very funny.
Shave his back. Remember all those BLM social media posts during 2020's Summer of Love? Yeah, some love. You really see love do over $1 billion in damage. But it offered a low-effort virtue signal from afar without understanding the real things at stake, like the crime and destruction it caused. Not to mention BLM scamming them blind.
Yeah, Democrats don't understand. Again, private property is to be respected. Okay? It has feelings, too.
All of this is a hijacking of the maternal instinct. And women don't even know it's happening.
Maternal instinct.
Even when they're in the back of a police car wearing flex cuffs.
The maternal that guy. That's a funny looking guy. Did you see his hair? Oh my God, he looked like a Walton Goggins character. That was awesome. I bet he's got a lot of funny stuff to say. But yes, back to the maternal instinct here. Gutfeld's got something very profound to say about how women should be making more pies and stop, fantasizing about burning buildings down and fucking Zelensky.
Instinct is to care, just like the paternal instinct is to keep a family safe. But these visceral feelings can be exploited and twisted. Young females think such activism gives them agency and power, but it leaves them alone and broke, especially when it's time to pay for their useless college degrees. Then they demand plumbers and truckers to pick up the tab. It's no wonder liberal women are miserable, but conservatives aren't. According to new research, conservative women are less likely to see themselves as victims of larger structures and to less catastrophize about public events.
That was a slip up. That was a little slippy slip. What do you guys think? Was that a Gutfeld slip? It felt like a little slippy slip. I think he biffed it a little bit there. Definitely strayed from the time signature. I'm gonna give a little Gutfeld slip up there. Very funny stuff.
They're also more likely to prioritize marriage, family, while embracing the differences between men and women. They swim in gratitude as lefties drown themselves in resentment, antidepressants, and meow mix.
Childless cat ladies. That's a reference to JD Vance. Funny jokes throughout this monologue. References to avocado toast and brunch and childless cat ladies. A lot of good references to events of the past, which is very funny stuff. And a great point that Gutfeld is mentioning here, which is that conservative women are so happy, and liberal women are so sad, because conservative women just love the state of the United States, and liberal women they just keep complaining, and they don't know that America's the greatest country on earth, and that it's better than living in Sierra Leone. So shut up, right? Stop being so miserable and make 10 babies. It's just, life is simple, right? Okay. Yeah. You simply don't ever think. I don't know how much more simple to make it. Just, if you're sad, don't think about it, and just, it's fine. Then it's fine. Just move on. Yeah.
The only thing they have left, sadly, is an enabling Democrat Party. An abusive boyfriend that sustains their misery. Talk about marrying down. Let's welcome!
Got him.
He's here to make amends for
This guy.
on Fox and Friends, Charlie Hertz.
He looks like he's from that the Hunger Games, that old movie, or some sort of funny old villain. I don't really care so much for the panel segments on this show because it's not as joke dense as the monologues, but I almost want to hear what this guy has to say because he's just such a funny looking guy.
People at his shows usually bring something to read. Comedian Dave Landau.
Yeah, this guy's a comedian.
This lady talks so fast she once sprained a tonsil. Co-host of Outnumbered Emily Campagno.
Yeah, great joke there and a good laugh.
He can rip a phone company in half. New York Times best-selling author, comedian, and former NWA World Champion Tyrus.
What a cool crew.
Charlie, always a pleasure to see you. How's the new gig going, huh? Getting up early on Saturday.
Yeah, people always say that, only England they can do fun panel shows, but this is a great panel show, equally as funny and great as the British panel shows. But Dems can't do it, they just don't have the chemistry of everybody who's so ideologically pure. Very funny stuff. What are we looking at the bingo here? We've checked off 36. Some of these, of course, are duplicates, but we've gotten through a lot. It's very surprising so far. No AOC references, which is insane to me. Oh, we've got a Joe Mackey. I believe I should have checked off another Joe Mackey. Could be. I've already had Joe Mackey jokes. Good. No Obama references, which is insane, because he's so funny to talk about. No Michelle Obama. No Jerry Nadler. Yeah, no AOC really surprises me. No Hillary Clinton. Those are pretty standard premises for jokes. The View is definitely on the bingo card. Of course it is, so train. DJ Chemix, yes. A lot of the panel shows in England are all left-wing. Not funny at all, because, again, Democrats, left-wing people are annoying. They're not funny. They're just annoying. Everything they say is annoying, and they all laugh, which is annoying. Their laughs are annoying. The way they move is annoying. The way they look is annoying. I've been watching a lot of Gutfeld to prepare for these streams, and boy, do I hate Democrats. I am. Are you guys up for another Gutfeld monologue? I mean, I don't see any winners yet. I don't see any winners on the bingo. We're learning so much. So Train says yes. So Train was the fastest responder, so I'm gonna have to do it. We got more God. He does this every night, you guys. Lamp says that her sides must be fully split. I hope you're enjoying this. I hope you're enjoying this, Lamp, and I hope you're learning a lot about why conservative women are the happiest, and why everybody who's a woman should make at least 8 babies to a conservative husband that makes black smoke come out of his truck at the red light. All right, let's go back to Gutfeld. We got Wednesday, March 19th then. Let's see what this one is. I hope he talks about AOC. Those jokes always make me laugh. She is so annoying. Can't unsee it.
Yeah.
Resolution's not great. And that's the highest quality we have. Does this qualify as an upload problem? I don't know, Brian. It's
Yeah, someone's getting lucky tonight.
All right, Mackie.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Well, thanks to Donald Trump, the stranded astronauts finally made it home.
Thank you. Yes. I think a lot of people forget that it was Joe Biden's plan to let the astronauts die in space to the alien that I think was coming to their spaceship there, which is so crazy. Like, again, you can't even believe that. I didn't even know that was a plan until Gutfeld said, "Thank you, Trump, for getting the astronauts back." Now it's like, oh my God, I can't believe Biden wanted them to die. Another reason why it's great that Trump won. Cursing user says, forgot that hating on the Dems on Twitch helps the cause. It does.
They made it home in Elon Musk's Dragon capsule. This as Joe Biden prepped his new capsule for his departure.
Hey, fuck him. We believe we've checked off Joe Biden a couple times. Joe Biden is old. I believe is most of the jokes about Joe. I don't think we need a specific one. That's good. Funny stuff.
No dolphins around that thing. Many GOP lawmakers are praising Trump for his call with Vladimir Putin because Biden had refused to even pick up the phone. In Biden's defense, this was his phone.
I had one of those.
Me too.
Oh, he's got like a little toddler phone. That's a joke about what happens to the human brain when you have dementia or Alzheimer's, and there's a slow degradation of cognitive function, and it's very emotional for the family and everybody involved. So on its own, not so funny, but in a comedy context, hilarious. I think I've checked off all the Elons, Brian. Great stuff. And also a funny looking phone. You know, phones don't have eyes, and this one does. So great stuff.
After stealing an ambulance, a Florida resident paused to finish a beer before surrendering to police. Which raises the question, when did this woman move to Florida?
Hey, Kamala's an alcoholic. Oh, man. So I didn't know she was an alcoholic. Was this in the news? I didn't know about this, but Gutfeld's making jokes about it, so it's true.
Whoopi Goldberg said that any cast member of The View could find themselves being deported. Huh. Luckily for them, ICE can't legally deport livestock. It's in the law.
They're cows. You guys, here it is. So many on the bingo card in one. That was like a 12-second joke. Let's go to the bingo here. This is heavy duty. We got Whoopi Goldberg. Done. There might be multiple Whoopies. There's another Whoopi Goldberg. We've got The View. Oh my God. Perfect. Have we got their cows? No. Is ugly. I'm going to have to let that one go. I don't want to give away too many right away, but that was very good. That was 2-1. Great stuff, Greg. Getting them. So funny. Obviously, the joke is that the women on The View are cows, because their cows are annoying and fat, which is very funny to call women, because women are annoying, and some of them are fat. So great, a true observation from Gutfeld. Very funny stuff.
In the law, sleep experts say placing a piece of medical-grade tape across your lips can reduce snoring. And if you place it above your lips, you can also remove unwanted hair.
Hey! And a joke about, let's see her name here. Rashida Tlaib. Perfect. Excellent stuff. Wow, we were ripping through this bingo card in this third monologue we're watching here. Wow. Congratulations. Whoa, we got a bingo. Kyle Mann, 5,000. Congratulations. Winning the bingo. I'm going to click. I had the option to click on you here. Let's see what we got. Bingo, bingo, bingo. I'm going to go to your profile. We'll find a prize for you. We've got you here as a winner of bingo. We'll find a prize to send you of some kind. It might be something good. It might be something really bad. Don't accept any emails from our account. But congratulations, Kyle Mann, on the bingo. Thank you for playing Gutfeld Bingo. That's so exciting. We're going to keep watching the Gutfeld monologue and checking off, see if we get more bingos here. But Kyle Mann, you're the winner of this bingo. Congratulations. Thank you so much for playing. You're truly great. You should go and get super drunk like Kamala Harris under a fucking bridge like a degenerate.
We're always here to help. In response to the trade war, Canadians want to block U.S. access to Canadian-owned Pornhub, which would cripple some of our most successful American companies. I don't get it. The Blob.
All right, so that's a masturbation joke there. If you guys didn't get it, I think that qualifies as theirs as the fluid. So that is that it? Is bingo over now? I believe so. Kyle, Kyle's the winner. So that joke there, yeah, it crashed for me, Brian. Maybe I can. Maybe I can refresh the device. Let's see. Let's see what it looks like. I don't want to stop this. Brian says good. Okay, no more bingo. Kyle's the winner. I just want to explain this joke because this joke is super, super funny. So this joke's about masturbation, which obviously is a funny act. It's a funny thing to do. It involves bingo. It involves jizz. I just heard a big bingo again. Did you guys hear that? Someone yelled bingo in my ears there. Very good stuff. But oh, Brian, did you guys hear the bingo? Wonderful stuff. Anyway, masturbation, very, very funny. Because it also involves semen. Which is a funny fluid. It's one of the funny. It might be the funniest fluid, followed by pee pee and poo poo. And masturbation. So that Kleenex is a reference to masturbation because when you masturbate, you're supposed to. I don't know if you guys do this, but you wad up the Kleenex and you sort of rub it on your taint, and that sort of gets the blood flowing to the panacea area. and then you can masturbate. So that's why the Kleenex is a reference. So very funny stuff.
Fish, which was once deemed the world's ugliest animal, has made a resounding comeback to win Fish of the Year. Coming in second place once again was the hagfish.
Oh, joy. Oh, my God. This is tantalizing for all you bingo players who didn't beat Kyle. He's slamming through the bingo cards now. Oh, my God. Joey Behar is ugly is the joke, because that fish obviously is not very attractive, unless you think that fish, again, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, and the beholder is Fox News. So ugly is the verdict. Joey Behar sucks. Ugly cow. Classic joke. You've heard it before. You love it.
Well played.
WNBA player Cameron Brink said she only wants to practice with gay men. In other words, her teammates.
Another joke about women's basketball specifically. Women's sports, very funny area to talk about. Brian, it's fine. We're done with bingo, Brian. That was good. We did 90 minutes of bingo. We'll figure it out again next week. It was fun. I did enjoy it. I like the predicting of the jokes here. We got to put women's basketball, women's sports has got to be a tile on there. Siri Ep says, I'm back sadly. I had to do my job for a bit. So sorry you had to do a job. My advice, just don't do your job. Start a podcast.
Bingo!
Brian, stop.
A New York City man was seen calmly eating a dead rat on a busy sidewalk. Now, it's good to see Don Lemon still enjoys outdoor dining.
Oh, Donnie.
And finally, a new study claims that oral sex may lead to dementia. Well, my husband has nothing to worry about, said one woman.
Oh, very funny. We got Hillary finally. Wow, we waited a long time for Hillary. Damn. Great joke about Hillary blowing Clinton, her husband. Funny image to imagine them having sex. Shameless Replay says, next week that bingo crown is mine with a $5 bribe to the bingo master Myles. Thank you so much for your donation, and I will keep that in mind and rig it in your favor. That is the price of a bribe for me. $5 is more than enough for me to shift my morals.
It's a hell of a trade-off.
Yeah. All right, it's no secret that the Democrats are polling worse than Dylan Mulvaney with jock itch.
Dylan!
So it makes sense to enlist two manly men to save the party. That's right, those two intellectual titans have finally met face to face. It's like Godzilla versus King Kong, and no matter who wins, your city will burn. It's true. The governors of two of the most poorly run states have put their gruesome heads together. And one thing is for sure, the Democrat Party is more screwed than a Kardashian at the BET Awards.
Wow, a lot of jokes in there. Jokes about, so Gavin Newsom, Tim Walz are governors of two of, I didn't know this before the joke. Again, it's an informative joke. California and Minnesota are the two most poorly run states in America. I didn't even know that until now, but now I know those places suck. And Gavin Newsom and Tim Walz are in charge of them. So very funny, but also informative because you learn stuff like that. And this joke is about the Kardashians going to the BET Awards and getting fucked a lot there, which is funny because I think the BET Awards stand for I think it's Basket Entertainment Television. It's like a public channel where people make all different sorts of baskets and they weave different patterns, and it's 24 hours a day. You can learn so much about the different weaves and handles, and this joke didn't really make a lot of sense to me because I don't know why the Kardashians would be into basket weavery, but I guess they want to fuck people who make baskets. So that's a funny image.
First things first, did you know Tim Walz is masculine? And it must baffle him how much they spent trying to attack him.
It just baffled me how much time they spent trying to attack me that I wasn't like masculine enough in their vision. Like I would have never believed this. I saw Fox News did like a couple days because I used a straw. And I'm like, hell, man, what am I? How else do you drink a milkshake type of thing? But they focused on it obsessively, which I think, again, is their obsession, their weirdness. We buy their frame on these issues of sexuality, but their whole thing is that they spent all their time, these guys, on Fox News, that Walz is gay, he's not masculine, he doesn't coach football the way he should.
Wait.
The Lion Roars 1337. Myles, should Greg Gutfeld and the ShamWow guy do a collab? Also, $5 dude is a month's wages in Australia. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for your month of wages. I hope you've got, I hope you have enough food saved up that you can live long enough to donate again in the future. Not that I don't, want you to survive for other reasons, but look after yourself. Thank you so much for your generosity, and I do think that Greg and the ShamWow guy, Vince, I think, should definitely do a collaboration. I could only imagine. I mean, Vince is so many jokes per minute, and he plays so many different characters, and Greg is so small that the contrast of a tall guy and a short guy is like classic comedy. Thank you so much for your donation. Also, I'm just thinking, this is such a funny situation because Tim Walz is saying he can't believe that Fox News is making fun of him for using a straw. Guys, using a straw is gay. You didn't I don't think there's anyone in the chat that doesn't know that using a straw is a homosexual act. A straw looks just like a penis, especially the bendy straws with the crease. Yeah, Garble says literally fellatio. When you're do you actually, as soon as you use a straw, you're part of the gay community. Tim Walz, the fact Tim Walz doesn't know this is absolutely hilarious. Yeah, no, and as soon as you're gay, you can't be masculine because that's the rules. Yeah, paper. Oh my God, you could not catch me with a paper straw in my mouth. My God. When I drink a milkshake, I eat it like a vagina. I stuff the whole thing in my face and I eat it out. Of course, that's a little bit gay as well. So, in fact, you know what? I don't even drink milkshakes because I just drink straight up beer. And I shotgun it, and then I crush the can on my forehead, and then I punch my friend in the face, as you should, because goddamn, guys, Tim Walz does not get it.
Hold on there, my little tampon tugger. It wasn't us who introduced your masculinity into this equation. I seem to remember your party engineering that hoax for you.
What do you hope?
Yeah, do you guys remember the Tim Walz masculinity hoax? That was one of the top 10 hoaxes, for sure.
The American public sees about who he is as a human being.
Well, he's the all-American man. I mean, he's just fabulous. Walz has, certainly many stereotypically masculine qualities, but he's also demonstrated with his family this value in showing his emotions.
Sergeant Major Walz is the kind of man's man that J.D. Vance and Donald Trump pretend to be.
To watch the men of the Democratic Party model a kind of masculinity that is simply 21st century masculinity.
Male figures, Tim Walz being one of them, Doug Emhoff last night, who can speak to men out there who might not be the sort of testosterone.
Is someone on the panel laughing already just because they see CNN? That's funny. That's a jolly person right there.
Testosterone-laden, gun-toting kind of guy.
Yeah.
Sorry, yes, the lady was already laughing when she saw CNN, which I do myself, because what a silly network.
Tim, it was your team who tried to sell you as the next Chuck Norris. It's not our fault. You're actually Chuck Barris.
Yeah, you'll never see Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris has never used a straw in his goddamn life. That guy has only ever punched his way around. And Chuck Norris, So Train says who? Chuck Norris is an action star from about 52 years ago, who was known as one of the manliest men. Look at Tim Walz. First of all, he's smiling, right? Which is not masculine. Masculine men are upset all the time, and they yell at you in traffic, and they try to cut you off, and they get home, and if there's not a pie on the table, they punch a hole in the drywall, and they've got really, like, look at that neck. He doesn't have a very successful podcast at all. You can tell. If Tim Walz had a thicker neck, that might be more masculine. But again, you don't get a thick neck from sucking through straws, right? You get a thick neck from eating that drink.
So what are we going to do but follow their lead? The problem is, like everything else that Dems did, it wasn't real. Just like Nancy Pelosi's.
Smiling is gay, Sarah. Yes. Again, I should probably have maybe I'll get this for the stream as well next time. I need to have a woke list just to keep everyone aware of what is gay and woke. We learned last week that jogging is woke, and I didn't know that running was woke. And so I've stopped running altogether. And we're back to Nancy with her big surprise eyebrows. Oh man, great callback to every episode of Gutfeld.
His face and Barack Obama's marriage.
Oh, 2 bingo cards.
Just the way they couldn't identify a woman, the Dems had a worse time identifying a man. Remember this, huh? Check this stuff out. I mean, if that guy got any gayer, he'd fart glitter.
Tim Walz is gay. I had no idea. The bingo app is done. I don't want to touch it because I think it'll probably say bingo over and over again in my ears. But we will be doing bingo again. Believe me, that was very fun. Tim Walz is gay. Didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't even know anything about the Tim Walz is masculine hoax. Very funny though. Very informative. I also didn't know that Joe Biden wanted the astronauts to die, and I didn't know that Minnesota and California were the 2 poorest governed states. But again, Gutfeld is on Fox News, so it's a news channel as well. You learn stuff.
Anyway, Walz is mad about that, and he wants Newsom to back him up.
What do you think about this? I mean,
it's
this misogyny in here that's happening.
Yeah, well, but this notion of masculinity is deeply part of it. That's one of the. I mean, I think it goes. And you can look at the reasons why we've had this sort of dialectic over the Me Too movement. We've had this dialectic even.
Did they laugh when he moved? He moved gaily. Did you guys see how he moved gaily there? Which is why the lady on the panel laughed. Because he kind of moved his. I don't want to do that again. I'm just doing this to make a point. I would never move like this, because that would be gay of me. But Gavin Newsom moved like that.
I mean, it's
this misogyny in here that's happening.
Yeah, well, but this notion of masculinity is deeply part of it. That's one of the. I mean, I think it goes. And you can look at the reasons why we've had this sort of dialectic.
Yes, they're laughing at the shoulder move, which is gay. Again, masculine men, they don't smile, they don't move, they don't use straws, they don't run. Sorry, I'm laughing at the Democrats here. Sorry, guys. But keep all this in mind, that masculine men sit on the couch, they turn on Fox News, and they don't move a single part of their body or express any emotions whatsoever. And those men built and continue to build America.
Over the Me Too movement, we've had this dialectic even prior to the Me Too movement. This
How do you
notion
fight
of
it?
this
I
notion
think
of
I could
tax.
kick most of their ass. I do think that.
Look out, guys. Tim Walz is going to flatten us. And what's he going to do? Run us down in a car on the way home from a bar? Hell, me and him are the same age.
Ooh.
But me fighting him would feel like
Did the woman on the panel say ew? Wow.
elder abuse. But the Dems point out he is a combat vet. Or he would have been if he actually had gone to Afghanistan, but hey, he didn't. Sorry, Alec Baldwin has more confirmed kills.
Oh, callback. Yeah, I got him.
Even Dick Cheney actually shot people.
And they do both sides,
But
see?
at least-
So they made fun of Alec Baldwin and Dick Cheney. So fair and balanced. You can tell this show it just makes fun of everyone. It doesn't just rail against Democrats. It has a very non-biased point of view here. Great stuff. It's great to see at a comedy show.
Newsom is back to milking his
Not so
imaginary
partisan.
cow. Watch that again.
You know, and you can look at the reasons why we've had this sort of dialectic over the Me Too movement. We've had this dialectic even prior to the Me Too movement. This
How do you
notion
fight
of
it?
So they were, as Gutfeld is going back to explore that absolutely insane behavior by Gavin Newsom there. Very, very effeminate.
This
I
notion
think
of
I could
tax.
kick most of their ass. I do think that.
What is he doing? What's with all the movement? He looks like he's at a wedding, chair dancing to the Macarena just as the cocaine hits. But, you know, those two yammering about my masculinity is like Whoopi and Joy Opine.
I hope everybody who's watching the stream right now, I hope you guys are fucking rigid. Try not to move.
On CrossFit. But Newsom gives it one more try.
I think it's one of the reasons we're losing so many men. And again, it's multi-ethnic. It's not just white men. We're losing them. We're losing them to these guys online. We're losing them people that I'm bringing on this podcast as well. That's why I brought.
These are bad guys.
Yeah, they're listening to me. I'm collecting all the men. I collect them.
Though these
I
are
brought Charlie
bad
Kirk,
guys.
but they exist, and we could deny they exist.
And it's
They
not
exist
gay.
not only they-
I'm not saying I don't collect men in a gay way. I collect men in like I'm recruiting an army. A masculine, rigid men.
exist, they persist, and they're actually influencing young kids every single day.
The men I'm collecting, it's not a gay. They are rock hard. They don't move. I am collecting rock hard men, as many as I can. They don't move gaily.
Guys back under a rock.
Who are you kidding, Tim? You couldn't push a thumbtack into a stick of butter. But this is a smart move on Gavin. He's now bringing on his Democrat competition to show you how bad they really are. Sure, maybe you think Gavin's a slick phony, but then when you see this clown, you might think, you know, I'll take the sleazebag who acts like he's selling me a timeshare while asking my wife to send nudes.
What?
Sure, Newsom's legacy as governor is tarnished. His state is plagued with rampant homelessness, crime, sky-high taxes, and a mayor who left her hair in Ghana. His inability to govern during a wildfire disaster should disqualify him altogether. But when your competition...
Kyle Brown, part of Myles' Rock Hard Man Army, $2. Thank you so much, Kyle. Remember, stay stiff. Don't use a straw. Thank you for joining the man army that I am creating here. If there's women in this chat as well, that you guys can move as much as you want, because you don't have to be masculine. In fact, you have to be as feminine as possible. And feminine, of course, means you are chock full of children, in the house, in your body, everywhere. Children surrounding, inside, outside, everywhere. And men, you are fully not moving and not using straws. These are basic rules. just to stay straight.
Position is that all bets are off. And Tim, the Republicans aren't the ones polling at 29%, which means when you say, yeah, but they suck, you're talking about most of the country. Yeah. Trying to be a tough guy didn't make you VP, and it isn't going to fix what's wrong with your party, because what's wrong with the party isn't just the loss of masculine virtues, it's what replaced it. Envy, as you were saying on your phone.
Saying on my phone, I don't know, some of you know this on the iPhone, they've got that little stock app. I added Tesla to it to give me a little boost during the day. 225 and dropping.
You should be worried about his balls dropping.
Yeah, you know, it's one thing to make fun of politicians, and it's one thing to make fun of different races of people and women and stuff, that because they can be very annoying, but making fun of a multi-billion-dollar corporation, that's going a little too far. Corporations provide jobs for people, and people don't do anything except be annoying. So, a little far to Tim Walz here. I hope that Gutfeld has a funny roast for him, because that was a little far. That was a little far to make fun of Tesla. It's a good group.
Fact is, while one man is rescuing astronauts, he's mocking that very same guy. He's rooting for the demise of that man's company. What a weird place to be, to root against good things. What is it about the left's source of joy being destruction? They champion Hamas supporters, condemn the deportation of criminals from America. They defend looters as social justice, elevate felons to sainthood, provide material support to vandals. They destroy womanhood by reducing it to a wig and cheap lipstick easily donned by creepy dudes. Their entire identity is rooted in emasculated envy. So yeah, we get it, Tim. You're baffled anyone would focus on your masculinity. But that's what happens when your party pulled a bait and switch. They told us you were the answer to our masculine prayers, when really you're the problem.
Nice. Not a huge joke there at the end, but just kind of a really good point that Gutfeld is making. The Democratic Party it ran on, their whole platform was that Tim Walz is a very masculine man, which was a huge hoax. Which is why they lost the election, because they didn't know this, but Tim Walz was using straws the whole time. So that just destroyed any chances of winning the Electoral College. The second he took a sippy sip out of that milkshake, the hoax just collapsed in on itself. And he smiled often, cursing user. Totally. Great, good point. He smiled too much, and he probably moved. He probably moved his body in a sort of like a serpent, which is very seductive and feminine. And you don't want to do that. So good points from Gutfeld there. Very good points. Very interesting show. We learned so much. I mean, that's okay. We're gonna stream a little longer, because I want to show you guys. I'm not gonna show the whole thing, but I want to show you guys. Let's see here. What masculinity looks like. Okay. Just to give you like a good barometer of how men should be behaving. Baku Lagoon, fellas, is it gay to order a milkshake without a straw? Sorry, sans straw. Whoa, I translated that too fast. Milkshake sans straw. No, that's not. It depends on how you drink the milkshake. Again, you have to sort of fist the milkshake into your face, as manly as possible, almost like in a punching fashion. You got to slam it. Don't sip it. Don't move too much. Stay as still as you can while you drink it as well. Fellas, is it gay to say sans? Yes. I was going to say something, but you donated $2 to me, which I'm grateful for. So I didn't really want to roast you there, but it's definitely a little bit gay because it's, I believe, French, and France is where being gay was invented. So you got to be careful. So I'm not gonna play this whole thing because this is a 2-hour long video here. But this is a man. Okay. I don't know if you can already see the background, but it has the word work there, work ethic, work again. This is Mike Rowe. He's got like a work shirt on. Being manly means doing your fucking job and not complaining to your boss like a bitch, right? It's like, don't ask for a raise, keep your head down, do your job, don't complain. Find yourself a wife that bakes pies and doesn't say anything annoying, right? But not only is this guy funny, yes, he eats tin regularly. Good observation. He's so still, right? I mean, the video is paused, but you'll notice when it's playing, he doesn't really move that much either. But he's very, very funny. His name's Mike Rowe. He used to do a show called Dirty Jobs on the Discovery Channel, where he interviewed other masculine men, not like Tim Waltz, right? And he's talking to one of the most masculine comedians. Can you guys in the chat guess who is probably the most man comedian working today? I'll give you guys 10 seconds of delay. Steven Crowder Schultz, two very manly comedians. Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's very manly as well. Siriap, you got it. We're talking Tim Allen.
Touch your coffee.
I don't like coffee.
Tool time.
I just
there
can't.
He is.
No matter how manly, we're talking about men stuff. This is I get with the comic.
We're talking about man stuff. How manly? Already off the top. We're talking man stuff.
Look, I would have killed everybody in this room.
Goes to credibility.
You don't go. There's no mafioso movie. We're gonna kill him. Two guys go in to rip him up and make sure his family pays for that. Hold on a minute.
And he's making fun of how gay it is to use a straw. I did not even set this up. I cannot emphasize how pleased I am at how perfect this worked out. I think I actually might be the greatest joke explainer who's ever lived. I'm so glad you guys were here for this. This is a live moment. We followed Gutfeld making fun of that straws are gay right into Tim Allen. This is perfect. I swear to God, I am going to start streaming 10 hours a day because I think I need to.
There's something about a straw that is just horrified.
Hey, did you see my truck?
What a manly 4-part harmony there. It's fine if it's all guys. Barbershop quartets are manly as well, as long as you don't move that much. You can move the pitch in your voice as long as you keep it within a certain baritone register. The guy singing the high voice might be gay, but can sound very nice.
Yes, I did.
Mm-hmm. Well, what do you think?
Loved it. I've been to Barrett Jackson and bought probably 5 cars down there. Yes, I did see that car.
Nice.
And I said,
5
who
cars.
made that for you?
The company is called Sugar Creek. They're up in Ohio, Washington Courthouse. And the guy is called John Richardson. You should know him. You'd love him.
That's what he does is resto rods or whatever you call it.
Well,
fucking
yeah,
manly,
no.
guys. This is
What
manly
he
as
does
hell.
for real is he sold you all the bacon you've ever eaten.
Bacon. Yes, you guys eating bacon and buying cars? This is what I'm talking about. These guys are not Tim Waltz. These guys are fucking manly as shit. Okay? I want you guys to be listening to this podcast along with all of the other man content. I assume you guys will listen to along with the Joe Rogan Experience and Flagrant. Great stuff. Maybe we'll explore that podcast next time. I don't want to get too. I've saved them to watch later, but I'm gonna save. We've got some Gutfeld bingo. We're definitely gonna be doing Gutfeld bingo again, and we're definitely gonna be exploring the Dirty Jobs podcast a little bit. I think exploring podcast comedy is important because there's so many little jokes that happen in conversation that a lot of people don't understand and should be explained. And mansplaining, but not in the negative sense. When a man explains to a man, when a man mansplains to a man, that's fine. And honestly, when a man mansplains, you should be honored that he has taken time out of his dirty job workday to say something, I'm going to wrap up the stream here, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you. Congratulations to Kyle on winning the first iteration. Glitchy as it may be, I had a fun time playing Gutfeld Bingo. I think it's something we're going to do in the future. Get on our Twitch channel, follow us on there so you can participate in the bingo as well, and we'll come up with some fun prizes for you guys. What a wonderful way to start the week, full of positivity for the week to come. Happy Monday, everybody. Thank you so much for your donations. Thank you for watching. We'll be back again very soon. Remember, don't move. Don't use a straw. MIG Plutoski, thank you so much for your donation on the way out as we leave the door. Oh, yes, and check out our Patreon. We have a new Jokes Explained up on the Patreon. It was dropped during the stream. For our Patreon subscribers, you will have access to that early before the filthy peasants get access to it in a few days. But I'm very excited for you all to see the new Jokes Explained. It's a wonderful editing job from Brian. And it was very fun to explain it. Shameless replay, stay straight, chaps. Yes, a very good message at the end of this stream. Again, it's fine if you're gay. This is not, it's fine. It's just funny, right? It's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but be aware it's a funny thing to do. And with that, I will see you all very, very shortly. And all the best. Stay funny, everybody. And goodbye.